Hi, I'm Mike Motteram, the account manager at Fortifi, and in this video I'm going to take you through configuring your chat settings to define the call to action, welcome message, colors, height, how it opens, basically everything to do with that chat widget to configure it to be exactly as you want it on your website. So to configure your live chat within Fortifi, click on the brands menu item from the list on the left and click into the brand you want to change the chat settings for. Within the brand, click on settings, and then down to the bottom there is a chat settings section, and this is where we'll start to configure some of that information. So you can see our chat client configuration at the top here. We can see the open width and open height, and you can configure these are in pixels, to really play around with when that chat client opens on your website, how high and wide you want that to be. This is the default 400 by 550, but again you can change that to play around with on your site. If you've got a lot of content and you want it to be a little bit narrower but perhaps a bit higher, then you can change those settings to have that occur. We've also then got the chat open on page load, and this will just define whether your chat client is open when the page is loaded or whether the customer needs to click on the chat client in order to open it up. The show call to action, this just defines whether that call to action message that's calling your customers down to click on live chat is visible by default, or whether it is only visible when the customer hovers over the live chat bubble. Within the optional settings that can be defined section, if we click there, it explodes this out. This is just basically giving all of the variable names that you can define within each web page JavaScript for the live chat client. So if you want to get really involved, you can have each web page acting slightly differently to your standard settings that you have here. And this just gives you a list of all of the different things that you can change and customize within that JavaScript code for each live chat session. It might be that you want the call to action to appear, for instance, on your home page, but if they are quite deep into your website on some really content heavy pages, you might want that to not appear by default so that they can still click onto the live chat if they want to talk to you, but it's not quite as much of a draw for the customer. Moving down, we have three sections here which you can define the call to action, welcome text, and the topic placeholder within your live chat. So we can see here, these are all defaults. We've got start a live chat, we've got tell us a little bit about yourself, and what would you like to talk about. These are the default placeholders for these areas within live chat. So we can edit these should we want to. Obviously the call to action bubble text is what pops out depending on your setting earlier on, whether we show the call to action or not. And this is the text that is displayed within there. You've then got the welcome text. This is the hard-coded text above the chat form, and just allows you to put in a bit of information about who you are, what you want to say to your customer, lets you customize that. And then our topic placeholder. So typically this first bit of information the customer will give you is what they want to talk about. But you can change that, you can set that something more specific to your organization. It might be what is your account number, what is your license number, something specific to your organization that will give you a bit more information, give your agents a head start on getting support for this customer. So you can change these if you would like and hit save configuration to see those start to take effect on the live chat client. So that's it. That's how to edit your live chat client to get it really looking exactly how you want for your organization.